acronym of Addie stands for Analyze, Design, Develop, Implement, and Evaluate. It's an instructional design model that has withstood the best of the time and use to help us think a course's design. Through the model appears linear, it doesn't not have to follow readily or in a linear approach, especially if you already have course materials developed. Addie model is a proven and tested method for creating and designing effective training programs. Its entire process has a vital role in achieving a productive and informative learning outcome for the developers, teachers, trainers, especially for the learners. The advantage of the Addie model is commonly used, widely accepted, and provides a foundation for other learning models. Other advantage is that has proven to be effective for learner. Also, since the largest piece of this project and plan, it becomes easy to measure the time and cost involved in the project. Addie model has included 5 phases. First, analysis phase. Second, design phase. Third, development phase. Fourth, implementation phase. Last is evaluation phase. Let's take a first phase of analysis. Analysis phase serves as an investigative prelude that forms, first of all, whether a program of instruction is needed, and then if so, what outcome should the program produce. The analysis phase generally consists for sub-phase. First, an instructional goals is a clear statement of observable behaviors that learners are to demonstrate a result of instruction. Creation of instructional goals is separate from how the instruction will be carried out. That is, avoid thinking about your teaching as you are doing this task. Next is instruction analysis. As distinct from task analysis, identify the types of learning involved in acquiring a new performance capability, and the instructional of learning in terms of components, skills, and their relationships. The product of that instructional analysis process is learning map. The third one is a learning needs analysis is structured process that assess what knowledge, skills, and behavior are necessary to perform effectively in job role. Last is learning objective, sometimes referred to as learning outcomes, are the statement that clearly describe what students are expected to achieve as a result instructions.
My topic is all about design phase and development phase. So first, I discuss the design phase. The design phase deals with learning objectives, assessment, instruments, exercises, content, subject matter analysis, lesson planning, and media selection. The design phase should be systematic and specific. So, in this design phase, it takes place when you have completed your training plan and identified any performance gaps from this analysis stage. This phase includes addressing said gaps, completing the training, outline, and finalizing approval with key decision makers. So, here are some questions that should be answered during this design phase. First, how will the content and activities be sequenced, presented, and reinforced? Second, what are the objectives of each session unit? Third, what skills or outcomes are you hoping to achieve for each? Second, development phase. Development phase is where instructional designers or developers create and assemble the content assess that word blueprint in the design phase. In this phase, storyboards are created, content is written, and graphics are designed. If e-learning is involved, programmers works to develop and or integrate technologies. So, it focuses on developing and refining each element. You can begin to create the courses. You will be heavily guided by the storyboards at this point. Each element of the course should be developed to match the design pace. The core of the content has already been decided, and all you need to add is the level of the detail and polish to the courses. This is done by adding graphics, choosing colors, and deciding on fonts. The careful selection of these elements enables you to present the course in a way that will appeal to the audience, as revealed by an audience analysis in the first phase. Iterative development should be used. Once you've created a course, task is to ensure there are no basic errors such as grammar, spelling, syntax, and so on. The mechanics of the course should also be considered during testing. Navigation is an important consideration at this stage. During the development phase, this question should be answered. How do I create a lesson plan? How should the content be organized? What instructors and students' activities should be included?
The topic is all about implementation, praise, and evaluation praise. So first is the implementation praise, a procedure for training the facilitator and the learning and develop. The facilitator training should cover the course curriculum learning outcome, method, or delivering the testing procedure. So the Addie's model include the 5 praises. First is analyzing, designing, development, implementation, evaluation. So there are the 3 parts of implementation praise. First is the train the instructor. Second, prepare the learners. Third, arrange the learning space. So first is to train the instructor. Include the instructional materials, objective, activities, media, and assessment. So second is prepare the learners. Prepare the learners, make sure they have the tools of knowledge necessary to participate the class in higher education setting. Then third is arrange the learning space. Once the instructor and the learning prepare, it's necessary to make sure the arrange of learning space. Then the next is evaluate the praise. So evaluate the praise plays an important role in the beginning and at the end of the process of evaluations. Objective reflects much of the discovering found in analyzing the process. This discovering include the objectives and expectation of the learnings. We include at the process, you must avoid that thought. It is the structures and chronological order rather than the Addie's models. It is the continuous cycle with the overlapping the boundaries of all the process phrases and evaluation praise in that last understood.